welcome back. I think I'm live. Okay, let's see. Happy Saturday. I hope everyone had a great Saturday while it was sunny. All of a sudden it turned like super cold for us here around the Chicago area. Let's see. I just want to make sure I'm live. Let's see. Oh, there I am. All right. Let's see. All right, so I'm trying to bring up my comments here at the same time so that I don't miss any comments. Say hello to my little friend. As I go say hello to my little friend. My little baby lovebird here. Hold on just a second. I think he got scared of my my fake accent there. Is one of the little baby lovebirds that Dennis is raising right now. Hi. Say hi. He's a regular peach-faced lovebird and he's super sweet. I'm trying to get him to do some tricks on the little shopping cart here. And I'm trying to teach him how to step up, and it seems like he is learning. You always want to do this at an early age, teaching them how to step up. This is when they're going to learn it. It's a lot harder to teach them how to step up when they're an adult, a grouchy adult, and ready to draw blood. Hey, babe. Oh, it's sideways. That's why. So I can't do it full screen. Okay. Sorry, guys. Let me change that. The baby doesn't want to get off of me. Hold on. Okay. New experiences, guys. New experiences. Okay. Is that better? Am I still live here? All right. Looks like I am. It's like a horrible angle of me. I really hate this. I need to get a better chair. All right. I look like a Oompa Loompa. Like all short and tiny. Are you saying, yes, I look like an Oompa Loompa, babe? All right. So let's get going so we can read a few questions here. And then we'll wait for some friends to log on. But either way, this is always recorded. We're going to post it on our Facebook page, Royal Parrots. And eventually we'll start posting all of the YouTube videos, YouTube lives on our website. So let's see. Don't forget to log on to our website soon. I will be updating that. We are going to start posting updates about our future sanctuary, and we're hoping to walk all of our customers through our plans in making that bird sanctuary, parrot sanctuary. Again, Dennis and I have a total of more than 20 years experience breeding birds, raising birds. We've had lots of people, a lot of the public who trust us, who have brought in abused birds, rescue birds, and or rehoming birds because of family changes, and we really appreciate all of the trust that the public has given us with these birds. But our experience is that some of these birds are not capable of rehoming, and for a lot of reasons that we hope that we can discuss in our YouTube channel and our Facebook Live as time goes on. And we're hoping to provide a sanctuary for those parrots who really just need a final last home, final last forever home. And we would love to make it as close to nature as possible. So we can't wait to do all of that. We're looking for land right now. We're looking for homes and properties, and I can't wait. So also, if you are in need of some information on rehoming a bird or giving us information on a rescue bird or anything of that sort, please feel free to get a hold of us on our Facebook, on our website, on our email, royalparrots@aol.com. Our website is royalparrots.org, and our Facebook is Royal Parrots. Or you can also, I'm sure a lot of you have already seen our personal Facebooks. We try to keep that personal, but if that's the only way you can find us or contact us, you're more than welcome to contact us there as well. But again, if you need some information on rehoming a bird or have information on a rescue bird that you would like to provide to us for our sanctuary, you are more than welcome to contact us. And yes, please share and share our Facebook Live, like our YouTube, like our Facebook. Please share as much as possible. We really appreciate it. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so hello. Let's see. Hello everyone. I know a few people have logged on, but I'm having the same problem. I'm so sorry. I tried to put this pod in the room here to update our internet, but for some reason I can't even see the updated comments on my Facebook here on my computer. I apologize if I get to your question late. But let's see my questions here. Babe, you didn't give me any questions. It says read comments if you can on computer, which obviously I just said that my comments are lagging here. Oh, guess what? Royal Parrots is expecting 2 baby Moluccan cockatoos. Dennis worked his miracle. Our new Moluccan cockatoo pair have laid 2 fertile eggs, and that is super exciting for us. I can't wait to walk our viewers through that process. Dennis will, if this succeeds and they hatch in our incubator, Dennis will have to feed from day 1. It's an exciting yet tiring process, and we'll film every single second of it for you to watch. And yeah, it's super exciting. That's it's not a first for Dennis, it's a first for me, but super exciting. Can't wait to show you guys that. So Dennis has not provided me any real questions. Let's look and see our questions here. Okay, this is a question from back in our from our first Facebook Live that we didn't get to. I've actually have more than 20 questions from our first Facebook Live, so I just want to say thank you to all of my viewers, all of our viewers. Those questions were sent to me via my Facebook page. Again, if you have questions, feel free to email us or Facebook us, and we'll make sure to try to get to them. So the question is, I have an Indian ringneck, and my Indian ringneck seems to like me a lot. He talks, and he comes out of his cage and he steps up, yet he does not let me scratch his head. Every time I try to scratch his head, he bites me. Why is this happening? How can I get him to be more cuddly? Okay, so I actually got this. I used to get this question a lot, and I love this question because the first thing I'm going to tell you is that an Indian ringneck is an Asian Pacific bird, and they typically, Asian Pacific birds typically do not like to cuddle. So there's your answer. It's as simple as that. Usually it's I call Indian ringnecks interaction birds. So meaning it's exactly what my customer said. The bird will talk to you, the bird will interact with you, the bird will step up, the bird will ride around on your shoulder. But typically when it comes to scratching, they do not like the cuddling. Now, there's a few theories on that. It could be because of the change. There's different biology in every species of birds. And the Asia Pacific birds do have a different type of oil on them. Their feathers grow in a different direction than the other species. And sometimes it's temperament. Certain species have a different temperament than other species. And their temperament is that they're just not cuddly. If you ever find someone who has a cuddly Indian ringneck, that's 1 in a million. Good for them. They're the lucky one, but most Indian ringnecks are not cuddly. So I would recommend to stop. You can keep on trying if you'd like to get bit once in a while, but no, it's nothing about you. Don't take it personal. He loves you probably. He just doesn't like to be pet. So I see Dennis answering someone. He said the lovebird is a baby, so he's still growing his feathers. I'm assuming that someone asked why this baby is missing feathers. He is a baby. Now, if you can see his back, and just so you know, this is when we hand raise babies, this is typically how we can manhandle them. Whenever you do go to anyone to look and purchase a baby bird, it is really important that you try to manhandle the babies, because this is going to tell you how tame they truly are. If a baby can be put on his back like this and not bite you, as you can see, he's trying to get up, but he's not biting me. That means that the baby has been handled while he's being hand raised. But yeah, this is a baby. This is what they look like typically when they're coming out of the nest. He still has to grow all of his feathers in. And this is a regular peach-faced lovebird. Okay, so Penny, hi Penny, how are you? And Penny is asking what parrots under 2,000 or under 1,000, even better, are good for multi-family housing. So I have to say that unfortunately, since the pandemic started, it's really hard to find a bigger bird that that's like under 3,000. And unfortunately, that just happened with the entire animal world. All the prices went sky high for whatever reason that they did. Maybe it's because of the demand went sky high. Maybe it's just that a lot of the breeders just figured they'll jump into the same pothole that everyone else did. I don't know, but all the prices went sky high. Penny, I'm assuming that you want a bigger bird since you're saying around the 2,000, 1,000 range. Now my question is, Penny, have you ever had a bird before? Because this is a question I would always ask my customers when they would come in wanting a bigger bird. I'm going to start off with the basics here. Owning a bird is actually like having a human toddler in your home. They need a lot of attention. And I love to recommend the smaller bird route first for first-time bird owners, only because I have had so many customers come back and thank me for pointing them towards a smaller bird, because they really did not realize how much attention the bird needs. Again, a bird is like a human toddler. They need interaction, especially the South American birds, which most lovebirds are South American. There's an African species, but most of them are South American. When you hand raise them, they need interaction, especially because they're domesticated and they're tame, and they always like to be around you. If you do not give them that attention, they will start behaviors, they'll start plucking, they'll start squawking, they'll get depressed, sometimes they'll die, and sometimes it's better to get the experience with a smaller bird first. Now, great, Penny, thank you for answering. Penny is saying you're looking for a conure, cockatiel. You've had a conure, or you have a conure now. For some reason, my computer is saying that the Facebook has ended for some reason, but I still see it on my phone, so I'm going to continue talking. So you say you have a conure now, you've had a cockatiel and dove in the past. The bird doesn't have to be too big. Penny, are you looking for a bigger bird, or are you maybe looking for just another bird? Okay, thank you, babe. Okay, I'm still on. So, so a conure. What type of conure do you have, Penny? A sun conure or a green cheek? Okay, the answer's not coming up yet, but I'm going to assume that you want a bigger bird. So I would actually recommend for a family. Now, if you have a conure, I'm gonna say you probably have a green cheek or a sun conure. If you have a green cheek, I would actually recommend step up to a sun conure. Green cheeks are actually a little bit. Oh, you have a maroon belly. I love maroon bellies, and I love Hoffman conures. I wonder where you got your Hoffman conure from, because I was the only one who had them several years ago. But who knows? You could have gotten them from anyone. But I actually had Hoffman conures that I was selling. I was so proud. Yes, suns are super loud. So then we have to go through that questionnaire. Do you want does it matter? The noise level, does the noise level matter? Are you okay with a louder bird, or do you still want to stick with a more quiet bird like a maroon belly? Also, allergies. Do you have allergies to dust? Because if you do, although a maroon belly won't give you allergies, typically they won't give you allergies. Once you get into the bigger birds, you really have to be careful with that, because a cockatoo will make your allergies flare up. A gray typically will give you less allergies if you give them baths regularly. And with my experience, Amazons, just like a cockatoo, will flare up your allergies really bad. Okay, so you're saying you want a low noise level, and you do have a dust allergy. Okay, so with the noise level, the only bigger bird really that might fit you is you're gonna go towards the African gray area. Now, when I say the noise level is better, it's only because they don't have the loud, obnoxious squawk like a macaw or a cockatoo. But grays can be extremely loud because they mimic sounds like a fire alarm or the beeping of a microwave, and their beeps and their whistles are super loud. So then we go into that category of questions of, will those small noises irritate you if they're extremely loud, or are you just trying to avoid the squawks and the chirps? You know what? We do want to breed Hoffman again, actually. That's actually Dennis's goal pretty soon, hopefully. Now, the dust with the African grays, they actually can emit dust, just like any other bird. Their dust level is a little bit lower. But it's easier to handle if you give them baths. Oh, okay. You know what? Dennis actually just gave me a good recommendation here. That's why I love working with him, because he's a good teammate. He's my other half. He's actually recommending red bellies, Myers, and Senegals. So yes, they are going to be bigger than the maroon bellies. They're actually part of the Poicephalus family, which is the same as the African gray. I wasn't thinking. I'm sorry, Penny. So yes, if you want to stray away from the African gray, because again, the African grays can be really loud with their whistles and their chirps and their mimicking, like extremely loud. Like I'm not exaggerating. I actually have a Timna African gray in the house right now, and the level that he mimics my my fire detector low battery sound is insane. Like if I come home with a headache after work, like I'm done with his beeps. Like it's so a red belly, Meyer, and Senegal are actually in the same family. They tend to be more quiet birds, and they're mimicking because they have a smaller body, is actually less than the African gray. So I actually hope that helps. No, actually a red belly and a crimson belly are two complete separate birds. Crimson belly is a part of the conure family. They're South American. The red belly is actually part of the African family. It's part of the African gray family. The African gray family is the Poicephalus family. So if you ever see Poicephalus, those are all the birds that are under the African gray family. They're from the African region. If you Google it, it's actually a pretty cool looking bird. Only the males get the red belly. The females get, I think it's like a more dull maroon, or maybe not the maroon at all. I'll have to double check that, but it's the males that get the red belly. I actually sold a red belly to a customer of mine. I'm not sure if she's on here, Jody. She absolutely loves him. He has the greatest demeanor. His name is Jasper, and they're really, really cool birds. Now, Penny, I'm not sure if you caught the beginning of my video. The Poicephalus family is a more of an interaction bird. South American birds like your maroon belly are a little bit more touchy-feely, and they're more they love the petting and what's the word I'm looking for? They love the petting more. The Poicephalus really don't like a lot of petting, but they are awesome at interacting. They'll talk to you. They don't talk as great as an African gray, but they'll talk to you. They'll step up. They'll do tricks with you. They are a really cool bird, and they're quieter like you're looking for. And shout out to Dennis, Penny says, babe. So the list is, Penny, red bellies, the Myers parrot, the red-bellied parrot, I guess I should say, before someone like gets on Facebook and like knocks me out saying I said it wrong. The red-bellied parrot, the Myers parrot, and this Senegal parrot. I've sold tons of Senegal parrots, and they are actually pretty cool birds too. Go to a breeder who knows how to raise them, because they need to be raised in a specific way to stay tame. So, Penny, again, you said you didn't watch the beginning of the video. My baby bird is walking around here somewhere. But when you go, make sure you go see these babies. Make sure that you can touch them as a baby and they won't bite, because without the interaction, they are a bird that will naturally stray back to their wild instincts and start biting. So make sure you go to a breeder who knows how to raise them. I hope that helps. Okay. Do we have any of those? Unfortunately, not at the moment. Actually, and the only one we have right now is a Timna African gray that I raised. He is about 3-4 years old right now. If you want information on him, his name is Merlin. He might have been in a few of our videos. If you want information on him, you're more than welcome to message Dennis. But again, those babies are called, or the other birds are called red-bellied parrot, Myers parrot, and Senegal parrot, and they're all part of the Poicephalus group. I hope that helped. Oh, look, here's all my comments. Okay. Let's see. Let's look at our next message. I'm sorry, guys. My messages are still not updating as fast as I'd like them to. So my next question is, I love this question. Okay. And this was on my personal Facebook message account. It says, my macaw has like a dust ball coming out of his nose. Should I be afraid? It's so funny. Parrots actually collect lint in their nostrils. It's actually completely normal. If you take them to a vet, you know, the vet should know how to do it. But really all they do is they take like a needle-like contraption and they take the dust out of the nose. the dust balls in the nose is completely normal. If you see a parrot's nose clogged, it could be anything from dust to water and food mixture, like gunk, just like we get in our belly buttons and stuff. Oh, thank you. The baby bird was visiting my daughters. Thank you, baby. And I am comfortable taking that gunk out myself. It really is just a matter of taking a sterilized needle and cleaning out the nostril. But I would never recommend someone to do it by themselves, because I'd hate for an accident to happen and someone to get a hold of me upset at me saying that I told them to do it. No, I'm not telling you to do it. But really, it's that easy. So if you see gunk in the nose, just take them to a vet. The vet can take it out. Hi Manuel, hi Bobby, welcome back. Hi guys. Let's see, next question. Let's see. Do we have any umbrella cockatoos? Umbrella cockatoos are so popular every season. I'm not even going to say this season. But actually, in the beginning of the video, I mentioned that we actually have 2 fertile Moluccan eggs. We don't have umbrella eggs, but we have 2 fertile Moluccan eggs. Cross your fingers. I swear Dennis can breed anything. And I'm super lucky to have him. And he ended up breeding our first pair of Moluccan cockatoos, and we have 2 fertile eggs. So hopefully those will be here in about, or hopefully those will be hatching in about a month or so, if nothing happens to them. Next question is that a baby lovebird for sale? Yes, he is. So this is a baby peach-faced lovebird, and as someone asked before, you know, he doesn't have any feathers because he is a baby. Right now we are hand raising him, and as you can see, he's extremely sweet. And this is the way a baby should be as they're being raised. They shouldn't flinch much when you touch them. I just want to show you. Like, here's me coming at him. He's looking at me like I'm a retard. But these are the simple things that you do when you're hand raising them so that they can get used to an actual human. Because humans walk around all the time. Humans have kids that run around the house. Humans wave their hands everywhere and shout when they're trying to get ready in the morning. And the whole purpose of us raising these babies is it's a controlled chaos. And at least these are my values as a hand raiser and a bird breeder, is that if I'm going to go out there and purchase a bird for my family, I really want the bird to be raised to handle a family, not a bird who's just hand fed and stuck back in a box in the dark until the next hand feeding. Those typically are the birds that are going to have a big culture shock when they really are put into a family situation. And of course, that's a conversation for another night. But yeah, so this baby bird is for sale. I'm trying to get him to learn how to use the little cart eventually, but he is for sale. If you have questions about him, you can message Dennis about him. Hi, Samir. Thank you. Thank you. It's a little peach-faced lovebird. Thank you. Welcome, Jim. All right, let's go to our next question. Yes, and don't forget, if you can share our Facebook Live, guys, I really appreciate that. And eventually, please feel free to visit our website, www.worldofparrots.org. I will be updating it with our plans for our sanctuary so that all of our viewers can follow us while we build our parrot sanctuary. We're just, right now, we're in the beginning process of looking for land and a home, and this is so exciting for us. I can't wait to share our experience with everyone. Welcome everyone who is joining. I really appreciate you watching us tonight. So we're answering more questions. Let me see. Next question. Oh, the next question is from Penny. How do we message Dennis? Dennis is actually on the comments, guys. Dennis Febles, Febles. If you click on him, it'll take you directly. And I know I'm messing up. I'm sending everyone to his personal Facebook, which I'm sure he'll forgive me for. But you can click on him, or actually our comments is under Royal Parrots. So if you click on Royal Parrots, you can also message Royal Parrots, I believe, right, babe? I think it's set up like that. Like if people are on Royal Parrots, they can message Royal Parrots directly, I'm assuming. And again, my comments is lagging. But you can do either one. If Royal Parrot, okay, there you go, perfect. Dennis just put the link of Royal Parrots on our chat. You're more than welcome to join the group, and then so you can message there. So yeah, you can. Penny was asking about our Timna African Gray. If you have questions about our Timna, you can message Dennis. If you have questions about our baby bird, you can message. I just thought that was so cute, guys. He's like sleeping. Well, not now because I just raised the cart and like woke him up, but I wish I could just put him right here. His little eye was sleeping. He's so cute. Say hello. Say hello. He's like crazy lady. But anyway, this little baby lovebird is for sale. So next question. He's super quiet. But you know what, Penny? This is the honeymoon phase. Now that's a secret that a lot of bird breeders don't tell customers, is that when they're babies, it truly is a honeymoon phase. Don't ever fall for the sweetness of a baby, because all babies will be sweet, all babies will be quiet. You always want to ask what the demeanor will be of a bird when they get older, like their species demeanor. That's the thing that, it's just like dogs, you know, like you go to a breeder and they're, you know, let's just say Joe Schmo's never met a Chihuahua before, doesn't even know what a Chihuahua is, and you see this tiny little baby Chihuahua and it's so sweet and quiet and sleeping, you're like, oh, and you think it's gonna be like that its whole life. No, that's the honeymoon stage. But everyone knows that Chihuahua 9 times out of 10 is gonna grow up and be a little a-hole and biting everyone and like barking at everyone. Again, sorry guys if there's Chihuahua lovers out there. I've had Chihuahuas. All my Chihuahuas have been like insane and like demented, but hopefully that's a good example. No, baby. Go. Hopefully that's a good example, or you got the point of what I was trying to say. Lovebirds actually can be very chirpy. As they get older, they can actually be very loud. But it's just the chirps. It's not the squawks like a macaw. It's not the screeching like a cockatoo. It's just the chirp. And believe it or not, I've met so many customers. Some people just really don't like the chirps. Like even a little parakeet chirps. Just some people just cannot handle a little parakeet chirp. So the lovebird chirps are very similar to a little parakeet chirp. I'm gonna take a drink here, guys. I'm sorry. I didn't have my special coconut milk today, so I'm drinking black coffee. It's like, ugh. But you know, us coffee lovers, even when we don't have our like milk, we like still force this black coffee because we're so like insanely addicted. It's sad. All right, let's see. Any more questions? Oh my goodness. Okay, so Penny just said, well, I'm sure everyone can read the comments, but Penny just said she was told by another breeder lovebirds are no different than any conure. Yes, they are wrong. Lovebirds, again, so this is the thing with lovebirds. Oh my gosh, he's sleeping, guys. I don't know if you can see that. I'm like so obsessed with sleeping. You would think that as much as I raise birds, I would like be over the cute sleeping, but I'm not. He's sleeping. Lovebirds typically, as they get older, have little man syndrome. Parrotlets have it worse. But lovebirds like have this little man syndrome where they can just have like the most snippy attitude. Even more than a conure. Conures, if raised right, they're super lovey-dovey and they're awesome little birds. Green cheeks tend to be a little bit more mouthy, and it's not necessarily like a malicious thing. They just like to taste more with their mouth, and sometimes they can pinch. Sun conures are actually a little bit more lovey, less mouthy, and maroon bellies are not as mouthy as green cheeks. They're actually a little bit more of a lover. If and Penny, you can confirm that if you want. But no, lovebirds tend to be like a little bit more attitude, so you have to be ready for the little attitude that lovebirds have. Penny says her doves had babies. That did not make her a breeder. You know, doves are, from what I heard, I've never bred them. I'm not sure if Dennis has ever bred them. I think doves are like bunnies. And babe, Dennis, if you want to confirm that for me, I think they're like super easy to breed. I think like you don't even need a nest box. Like they'll just like out in the open like, I have babies. Oh yeah, definitely. That's what we're here for. We're here to educate parents. And again, please feel free to send us your questions. Feel free to join Royal Parrots. Dennis put the link on our chat box. Feel free to email us, royalparrots@aol.com. Feel free to visit our website, royalparrots.org, or feel free to Facebook message us. We actually have a YouTube too. Please feel free to visit, like, and share. We post all of our Facebook live videos on YouTube. And yeah, please feel free to roll the questions in. Every Facebook live, I'm going to remind you, no question is a dumb question. And you'd be surprised the questions that you ask are so common, and there are more people out there waiting for you to ask that question that you think is like ridiculous. It is not a ridiculous question. So please feel free to ask any questions. And yes, thank you. Please subscribe on YouTube. We really appreciate all of the support that our customers have given us. We can't explain how grateful we are to all of our customers. Thank you again. Okay, so next question. Let's see. Oh, Dennis did breed the doves like 20 years ago. Are they easy to breed, babe? I always thought that I always thought I heard like they were really easy to breed like bunnies. Like you didn't even really need to do anything special. Okay, well, he's answering that next question. All right. My macaw, every couple of months, seems to go through a mood, and she bites me, and she's bipolar. Is that normal? Okay, so this is a question I got through Facebook Messenger. Doesn't look like the person's online anymore. Now, this is always hard for me when I get little information on for questions like this. So when you do send me questions, if you want to put a little bit more information, that always helps because every case is different. It's on a case-by-case basis. So this person said their macaw bites them every couple of months. It's like a bipolar macaw. I think we've all dealt with that type of parrot, huh? But we're not just going to sit here and say the macaw is bipolar. My first guess is that the macaw bites you while she's molting. So molting, oh my gosh, the baby's sleeping again, guys. I'm not sure if you could even see it from there. I think he opens his eye every time I say that. So here in the United States, the South American parrots, which includes the macaw, in my experience, usually molt more than twice. With my experience, the South American parrots here in the United States, at least here in the Midwest with our weather, they molt about 3 or 4 times a year. And when they molt, most of their feathers do come off and they start growing new feathers. When their pin feathers come through, the pin feathers have to poke through the skin, and it causes very sore skin. So it's like a baby teething. It's very sore for them. It hurts them. And a lot of the times when you try to pet your macaw, and if normally they would like to be pet, when you try to pet them when they're molting, they will react. And sometimes it's just a reaction. They will go at you and try to bite because it hurts. It's just like if you were to be cut, extreme example, but if you were stabbed on your shoulder and the doctor patched it up and your husband or wife comes by and says, hey, you'd be like, WTF, don't be patting me. You might even like try to throw one at your husband or wife because you're like, leave me alone. So basically, that's the molting for you with the parrot. You know, you come at them while their skin is sore, while they're molting. Sometimes it's just a reaction. They're going to try to bite you. It doesn't mean they hate you. My recommendation is just wait out the molt. Don't worry, they love you. They will love you again. Let's look at our comments here. Oh, Dennis answered my dove question. He said it's super easy to breed doves. It's nothing special. You just have to have the room for all the babies. Or you might not have all the room, but once you have all those babies, you better make room. All right. Next question is, I've had my sun conure for about 7 months now. I bought him as a baby. He was really sweet to me and we bonded very well to the point where I've even slept with him a few times in bed. Okay. Which that's normal. Just guys, make sure you don't roll over your parrot. Now he hates me. So we're getting a lot of hate questions today, which is good because we all, I think, have been there where we think our parrot hates us. Why is this happening? Did I scare him by sleeping with him in bed? Did I do something wrong? Okay, so this message gave me a little bit more information. Again, let's recap. He bought the sun conure, let me see, 7 months ago as a baby, and now the bird seems to hate him. Without having the person here to confirm, my first guess would be that the sun conure is going through his teenager stage. I love calling it the teenager stage because that's exactly how they act, like a teenager. As babies, you really have to sort of look at it like a human child. As babies, our babies are wonderful. They're cute. They're fat. We love them. They love us. They grow up a little. They go through their adolescent stage and boom, teenager, they like hate our guts. Some of them. I know not all teenagers hate our guts, but a lot of them do. And that's exactly what birds go through, what parrots go through. If you ever look on Craigslist, and I love telling customers this because they come back and they're like, oh my gosh, I saw it. If you ever look on Craigslist and if you ever look on a lot of the rehoming sites, you will notice a trend of rehoming at around the 7 month to 1.5 year stage. And unfortunately, this is because a lot of breeders have not educated their customers and letting them know that the parrots go through a teenager adolescent stage and their attitudes can get nasty in that stage. They'll start acting like they hate they'll start acting like they hate you. They'll start biting. They'll start rushing at you and attacking you. I've even had customers tell me that their bird like actually flies at family members trying to bite. That is normal. Depending on the amount of domestication the parrot has, he might not go through that stage. But again, that's how they're raised. But if they're raised in a simple manner where they still have some of their wild instincts, yes, they will go through that teenager stage. My advice to you is do not completely ignore your parrot. Try to still let him out so that he engages with people. If he becomes so nasty that he tries to bite you, definitely correct it, and that's a video for another day of the correcting of the behavior. But please don't give up. Eventually your bird will love you again, just as our teenagers eventually will love us again as they get older. The bird will love you again. It'll take less time than a human. Usually at about the 1.5 year stage, the parrots finally go into adulthood and they get through their little bipolar emotional stage. Let me look at our next question here. So Dennis is saying, I think he's speaking with someone, I'm assuming. We do still breed to bring quality pets to our customers, and we do educate our sanctuary. He's talking about our sanctuary, which we're excited about. We want to build a sanctuary for birds who are a little bit tougher to love and who are bouncing from home to home and who need a forever final home. As I was saying in the beginning of our video, not all parrots are pet quality, and not all parrots are great to be adopted. And for a lot of reasons, whether they're a rescue bird, whether they were abused, whether because they weren't hand raised the right way and they just became vampires and nasty. But the thing is that they still have personalities, and it always touches my heart, because we can get one of the most nastiest birds in, but if you look into their eyes, you can still you can actually see, and maybe this is my crazy parrot talking, but to me, you can actually still see the hurt in their eyes. It's almost as if you can see the pain they're carrying for whatever they experienced, whether it's because they're being bounced from home to home or breeder to breeder. Unfortunately, that happens a lot. When you get a nasty bird, you have breeders out there. And I will never say names, guys, so please don't ask me names of breeders who do that, because I don't like to badmouth anyone, but I do know for a fact there are breeders out there who will grab those nasty birds and be like, oh, well, I can create them into a breeder bird. And if the breeder bird does not breed right away within the first 2-3 months, boom, they're sold. Another person tries to breed them, they don't breed, boom, they're sold. Another person tries to breed them, they don't breed, boom, they're sold. They're passed around from so many breeders to breeders all across the United States. And unfortunately, because I've seen it with my own eyes, a lot of breeders do not take care of their breeder birds. Sometimes they're starved, sometimes they're in horrible situations, sometimes they're in horrible, dirty housing. And again, guys, I just have to say this one more time. Please don't ask me the names of those breeders, because I do not like to badmouth anyone. I do believe eventually life will come back to those people, and it will take care of that situation. But so a lot of times I come across those birds, and Dennis comes across those birds, and you just see them. They're withered. Their body is mistreated, whether because they were bred so much, they depleted all the nutrients in their bodies, or they were abused so much and neglected because they were called a crap bird and they didn't breed for anyone. Or they've been in flight after flight after flight after flight because they were sold and sold and sold and sold. And these birds come in, and I swear, I hate, Dennis laughs at me